Describe the structure and function of human heart. A human heart is a muscular organ which pumps blood. A human heart is a muscular organ which pumps blood. It is of the size of human fist. It is of the size of human fist. It has different chambers. It has different chambers. Left and right, left and right, to prevent oxygen-rich blood from mixing with blood containing carbon dioxide. Each half is further divided into upper atrium and lower ventricles. The blood enters the heart from the different parts of the body, through the upper chamber or the right atrium. As it expands, the right ventricle contracts. The right ventricle contracts. This transfer of blood to the right ventricle, which in turn pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation, which in turn pumps it to the lungs for oxygenation. Since ventricles have to pump blood into various organs, they have thicker muscular walls than the atria do. Valves ensure that valves ensure that blood does not flow backwards. Blood does not flow backwards when the atria or ventricles when the atria or ventricles contract. Now, can somebody tell me how the arteries, sorry, yeah, arteries and veins are different? How are they different? What is the difference between arteries and veins? Can somebody tell? अभी हमने डिस्कस किया है, चलो बोलो मुझे. Yeah. अच्छा मुझे ये तो बताओ, why are the walls of the atria thinner as compared to the walls of the ventricles? Why are they thinner as compared to the walls of the ventricles? Nobody? Come on, सुन रहे हो ना आप लोग? चलो जवाब दो. अभी तो हमने डिस्कस किया था ना कि उसको पंप करना होता है ब्लड को. Heart has to pump the blood by the ventricles to the different parts of the body, whereas the atrium does not have to do that. They have to pump it only towards the ventricle, and that too in the downward direction. So they don't require much of a force. So here the force is more, the pressure is more, hence the walls are thicker. ठीक है? And now about the arteries and the what is the other one? Veins. What is the difference? Please take it down. Arteries are the vessels which carry blood. Left hand side arteries, right hand side veins. Arteries are the vessels which carry blood away from the heart to various organs of the body. I'll repeat, arteries. आपको देखो पेज नंबर 107 पर भी मिलेगा, रेफर करके फटाफट लिख सकते हो आप. But you make two columns. On the left hand side you have to write arteries, and on the right hand side you have to write veins. On left hand side, the first point is under arteries. Arteries are vessels which carry blood away from the heart to various organs of the body. And on the right hand side, you have to write, since the veins collect the blood, veins collect the blood from different organs and bring it back to the heart. You'll just see it. Got it? That is the third line on page number 107. Veins collect the blood from different organs and bring it back to the heart. And again, on the left hand side, the second point. Arteries have thick elastic walls. Veins do not need thick walls. Third point, blood emerges from the heart under high pressure towards the arteries, through the arteries. Blood emerges from the heart under high pressure through the arteries. And on the right hand side, the blood is no longer under high pressure in the veins. Instead, they have valves so that they ensure that the blood does not flow backwards. Fourth point, artery divides into smaller and smaller vessels so that it can contact with the individual cells. And on the right hand side, The capillaries join together to form veins. The capillaries join together to form veins that convey the blood away from the organ to or tissue. बस इतना ही लिखो. The capillaries join together to form veins. So you all have written this? Yes? Okay. So we stop over here and we continue in the next class. Thank you.
All back? Sure, good. Let's look at where we had been last time. Okay. So till where had we done? We had seen, I said we'll do fundamental theorem of arithmetic. That is what we were supposed to start. And I'd asked you to do some part of exercise 1.1. Anybody has any difficulties in 1.1? Any part that we had seen? I'd asked you to do the first two sums using Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF and show that positive integer is of the form, odd positive integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. No difficulty still here? है किसी को difficulty? नहीं है? नहीं है तो हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. Okay, let's move further then. Example we had seen, show that any positive integer 4q plus 1, that we had to see, I said, in more detail, or we had done that? Had we done that? Any idea? Last sum that we had done, show that any positive odd integer is of the form. Riza, can you check? Had we done that? 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3? Till there have we done? Zaki, can you check, have we done that? Yes, we have done that. Okay. So next one, let's do that. A sweet seller has 420 kaju barfis. A sweet seller has 420 kaju barfis and 130 badam barfis. A sweet seller has 420 Kaju Barfis and 130 Badam Barfis. Okay. A sweet seller has 420 Kaju Barfis and 130 Badam Barfis. She wants to stack them. That means keep them one top of the other. She wants to stack them in such a way. She wants to stack them in such a way she wants to stack them in such a way that each stack has the same number. That each stack has the same number. Each stack has the same number. And they take up the least area of the tray. And they take up the least area of the tray. And they take up the least area of the tray. What is the maximum number of barfis that can be placed? What is the maximum number of barfis that can be placed in each stack for this purpose? In each stack for this purpose. A sweet seller has 420 Kaju Barfis and 130 Badam Barfis. She wants to stack them in such a way that each stack has the same number and they take up the least area of the tray. What is the maximum number of barfis that can be placed in each stack for this purpose? कैसे ढूंढेंगे ये? Yes, anybody? How are we going to do that? So basically, what it says is there are two types of barfis. Okay, एक में कम है, एक में ज़्यादा है, but they have to be stacked in such a way that all of them are equal in height. One of the easiest way is सब में एक रख दो, or whatever lowest distance, but that will not work. It also says that the area of the tray that is to be covered has to be the least. The least area of the tray has to be covered. So for that we have to find out what is the highest common factor, that is the maximum that can be stacked, what is common to both of them. So she has 420 Kaju Barfis and 130 Badam Barfis. We have to find HCF of this. See if you can do it. See if you can get this. We use that on the algorithm, Euclid's algorithm. So 420 equals to 130 into 2 will give me 260. No, 3 also will work. 390. 390 plus 30. Correct? Next we have 130, which is equals to 30 into 4, which is 120, plus 10. 30 equals to 10 into 3 plus 0. So in one stack, she can keep 10 barfis each. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So like that, there will be 42 stacks of Kaju Barfi and 13 stacks of Badam Barfi. Total 42 plus 13. Okay, that is 55 stacks will be there. So this is how you can find that out. So you'll say, therefore the sweet seller can make, पहले तो ये लिखेंगे हम, is 10. Therefore, the sweet seller can make stacks of 10 each. Ten burfis each. Therefore, she can make a stack of 10 burfis each. Are we clear till here? Okay. So basis this, there are the army contingent, that is 1.1 ka third sum. Okay. Then the other ones are the same form which we can do for homework. Don't worry, you can try them 3, 4, 5. Nahi aayega, let me know. Today we'll now look at the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. We're going to look at fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Now, what does this say? It says any number. Okay, since it's a fundamental theorem, it says any number. It's a very basic theorem. Any number can be expressed as a product of its primes. Any number can be expressed as a product of its primes. Okay, and another thing that it says is this primes, this set of numbers, these prime numbers, they are unique. That means there is no another option. एक number के लिए एक ही set रहेगा of primes other than the order in which it is written. मतलब आप order change कर सकते हैं लेकिन numbers वही रहेंगे. The numbers are not going to change. Let's look at some examples. Let's try and understand what it says. Abdul Ahad, give me one number, please. Abdul Ahad, can you hear me? One number, any number. 2 digit, 3 digit, whatever number you know. Chalo fast. We need to solve this, no? Abdul Ahad, 28. Okay. Abdul Ahad has said 28. Now let's look at 28. 28 I can write as 2 into 2 into 7. 2 into 2 into 7. 28 can be written as 2 into 2 into 7. This can also be written. Now, this is the only set of, that means it is 2 to the power 2 into 7 to the power 1. This is what is 28. The only other way that I can write is 2 into 7 into 2, or 7 into 2 into 2. All I'm doing is I'm just changing the order of the prime numbers. I'm just changing the orders of the prime numbers. There is no other set of prime numbers. The set of prime numbers is this only: 2 2s and 1 7, 2 2s and 1 7, 2 2s and 1 7. There is nothing else that is there. Okay, I can represent 28 like this. Yes, 28 can be written as 4 into 7, but 4 is not a prime number. 4 is not a prime number, though you can write it as 4 into 7. For prime numbers, it will be only 2 into 2 into 7. The order can change. Okay. Ihan, give me some number, please. Any number will do. 2 digit, 3 digit number. 2 रहेगा तो फास्ट होगा, 3 रहेगा तो शायद थोड़ा बड़ा हो जाएगा. But that's it. Ihan, you can hear me? Give me some number that we are going to solve with this. Riza, you also, and Zaki, you also. Give me one number. Chalo fast. So we'll look at 4 numbers. Ahad has given me 28. We have done that. The rest of you 3. Each of you have to give me one number. एक एक नंबर दे दो. कोई भी नंबर बोलो. चलो, कोई इतना सोचने का टाइम नहीं है. इतना कोई बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड टास्क नहीं है. Zaki 17. Zaki has made everybody's life easy. Okay. Zaki says 17. Now 17 by definition is a prime number. So 17 can be written as only 17 into 1 or 1 into 17. Okay. 17 can be written like this. Riza has said 57. 57 is what? Three into 19. 3 into 19. Okay. 57 can be written as 3 into 19. Of course, you can also write it as 19 into 3. वो आगे लिख सकते हैं, पीछे लिख सकते हैं. Something like that is possible. Okay. If you take 100, what about 100? 100 can be written as 2 square into 5 square. Okay. So this is how you can write any number. Not only this number, you can take any. कोई बड़ा रहेगा तो फैक्टर्स थोड़े ज्यादा आ जाएंगे, छोटा रहेगा तो फैक्टर्स थोड़े कम रहेंगे. बस सिर्फ उतना ही डिफरेंस है. बट दिस इज हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू राइट इट. दे आर ऑल सेट्स ऑफ प्राइम नंबर्स. दीज आर प्राइम फैक्टर्स, जिसको हम बोलेंगे प्राइम फैक्टर्स. ओके. So what does the fundamental theorem of arithmetic say? Write down. Let's write down the theorem. Okay. In fact, in your book, they've given you, okay, before that, we'll look at that one example also, so things become a little more clearer. Okay. So even if the number is as big as 32,760, you can factorize it as like this. This is the primes: 2 cube into 3 square into 5 raised to 1 into 7 raised to 1 into 13 raised to 1. 5 raised to 1 into 7 raised to 1 into 13 raised to 1. So you will see all of them can be written as any and every number can be written as a product of the prime factors. The only thing that can change, as I had explained over here, is the order of the prime factors, the order in which you write the prime factors. That's the only thing that can change. Otherwise, it remains the same. The prime factors remain the same. So what does the fundamental theorem of arithmetic say? Let's write down. From this, we come to a that statement which says any number is a product of its primes, which is unique other than the order in which it is written. So that is what we are going to write down as the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Please write down fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Every composite number can be expressed. Every composite number can be expressed. Every composite number can be expressed into bracket factorized. Every composite number can be expressed into bracket factorized as a product of primes. Can be expressed into bracket factorized as a product of primes. As a product of primes. And this factorization is unique, and this factorization is unique. Factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Every composite number can be expressed into bracket factorized as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique. This factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. That means the order can change, but the prime factors will not change. The prime factors will remain the same. There is only one set of prime factors. It is unique. Unique means distinct. There is no other possibility. Okay. So this is what we have understood by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, meaning कोई भी नंबर आप ले लो, उसको हम प्राइम प्रोडक्ट ऑफ प्राइम फैक्टर्स में एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं, और वो प्राइम फैक्टर्स जो है, वो प्रोडक्ट जो है, वो जो सेट ऑफ प्राइम फैक्टर्स है, इट विल बी यूनिक. सिर्फ उसकी ऑर्डर आगे पीछे हम कर सकते हैं. जैसे 2 के पहले 7 लिख दिया, 7 के पहले 2 लिख दिया, दैट चेंज इज पॉसिबल, बट 2 and 7 दो विल रिमेन, दैट विल नॉट चेंज. यू विल नॉट गेट 2 and 9 or 4 and 7. No, it will be 2 and 7 only. Only the order can change. Are we clear with this? Zaki, Riza, Kian, Abdul Ahad, anybody, any doubts? If this is clear, then we will proceed further. Okay. Is this clear? तो फिर हम आगे बढ़ते हैं 1.2 की तरफ. अगर यहां तक क्लियर होगा आपको तो. Done? We're going to get disconnected in a minute, so just write down the question. When we reconnect, then we will continue with that. Consider the numbers 4n. Consider the number 4 raised to n, where n is a natural number. Consider the number 4 raised to n, where n is a natural number. Where n is a natural number. Consider the number 4 raised to n, where n is a natural number. Check whether there is any value of n check whether